Hi, and welcome everyone to International Environmental Law. My name is Professor James Hopkins, and I wanted to welcome you to this first week. And I'm going to just spend a few moments to tell you a little bit about the course and what you can expect, and then try to have a little bit of a discussion about what international environmental law means. So you can go through the course materials, and it's fairly straightforward. The course itself runs on a quiz and discussion format. I think the biggest piece to this course is the weekly discussion. And in addition to the quiz, which is really more or less on readings in the course materials, there are also 8 very short paper assignments. Now, in the past, I had 7, 1 for each week, but that proved to be too arduous for the short period of time that we're meeting. And so I've since reduced that to 5, and I'm still looking at that and tinkering with it. So we'll see how that goes. Because what's really interesting about this course is that the discussion forum has become one of the main centerpieces. So in terms of my role, even though it's a distance learning based course, I'm available to help answer questions. Sometimes there's questions about quiz questions. In the past, there's been some minor sort of hiccups with old quiz questions entering into this quiz bank. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to contact me. In addition, I've typically had questions about the short papers. Things like, what do you expect from students? What do you expect in terms of the format and writing style? Now, this course is cross-listed between law and a host of other programs. And so I generally defer to the student's own writing experience. And I have another little video on how to write a short paper, but the issue is not like a perennial issue. Sometimes it comes up, sometimes it doesn't. And so I'll spend a little more time on that. And really, the intention of the short paper writing assignment is to challenge you to compress, process a lot of information, and really make a decision. I think one of the things that throws people off is I'm not asking for a summary. These papers take on a role-playing scenario similar to what you would experience in working in this field. And so your recommendation is the embedded kind of thread that brings the process of compressing and analyzing all the information to come up with an answer. So sometimes, for example, people just say in their paper, look, this is what I think you should do, and here's why. And in the analysis, they go through on the one hand and on the other. Other people do it in reverse order. But the reality is you don't have a lot of words to accomplish the single objective within the short paper assignment itself. So you're constrained, but it's also meant to kind of imitate life. So throughout the course, I will be posting on the announcements section. This will go into the announcements, and in the title, I'll just try to cue the reader. If this is for discussion purposes, it'll say discussion, etc. So it'll be self-explanatory. Probably the most pressing thing at the end of all this is how do you reach me? I can be reached at hopkinsj@email.arizona.edu. You can use the newer server address, but it'll work either way. I have my contact information in the course description as well. I would just suggest if you're emailing me, if you could just put something in the subject line like IEL, just so that it cues me to get back to you in a more timely manner. So that's it for now. That just summarizes some of the really basic, what I call housekeeping aspects of the course. I think generally what students take away from the course is a sense of shared learning. And what I've taken away from this course is time, because we don't have a lot of time, I'm trying to make this as experiential as possible. So I'll work with you through this process. One final point, it's not in the course description and it's not mandatory, but as we get rolling, I would say by next week, by week 2, I'll have like a check-in Friday. I can always meet with students individually as well via Zoom. So in this next post, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and how I came into this course. So thank you and have a good day.